If God is there, then why is there so much suffering in the world? I'll try to answer that question in just a minute. Recently, a dear friend of mine ended up in the hospital, diagnosed with leukemia. She's a wonderful person, and she's been a wonderful person most of her life. Many people love her. Also recently, I had to attend a wake for a very nice gentleman who passed away, leaving his family behind. I watch the news and I see many children that are starving, and I saw an article yesterday about where Christians had been murdered for their faith in another country. Makes you wonder, where's God in all of this? You know, this is one of the most difficult questions that Christians get asked sometimes. Why does God allow these things to happen? We don't always have the answer. I don't want to give you some lame message that says it's just part of God's plan. What's God doing about it? These are legitimate questions that deserve real answers. Trying to answer this question is really, really difficult, especially in a short video. But suffice it to say that the fact that we live in such a fallen world makes us subject to all kinds of awful things that can happen to us. We may get sick. We may die. We may suffer. Good people may hurt. Bad people may hurt. Children may be abused. All kinds of things happen in this world because we turned from God, and now it is a realm of sin and suffering. It's like trying to go to a swimming pool and not get wet. You may just walk around the pool, but odds are your feet will probably get wet. Some people wade in and get kind of wet up to their waist. And some people cannonball off the high dive into the deep end. We never know what life is going to bring us. But it's guaranteed that if you live long enough, something bad will happen to you or somebody you love. And how do we deal with that? Well, we deal with it by turning to Christ. Well, what's God done about it? Why does He allow it to happen? It happens because we're in a fallen world that embraced sin. And what's God done about it? Well, He sent His Son Christ to die for us and to make all things new. This is a process. Just because you become a Christian, it doesn't mean you'll never have any problems. It doesn't mean that bad things won't continue to happen. It just means that God is going to heal you and this world. Some people are healed immediately. Some people are healed gradually. But every one of us will be healed ultimately when we're standing in the presence of the Father. I know it's hard to see those things when we're standing in the midst of some kind of suffering. And it's easy to say, oh, turn to God when everything is going great. But the reality is, He is our answer. Suffering happens, but God is present. Remember the scripture where it said Jesus wept? Why do you think He wept? He knew He was going to raise Lazarus from the dead, but He wept anyway, because He has felt our sorrows. He knows our pain, and He does understand. And ultimately, He will conquer it all. He already has with the cross. We just need to hold to that, especially when things look rough. So try to take comfort in times of trouble and know that you're not alone. Jesus walks beside you. He wants you to call on Him when you're having a crisis of faith or a crisis in your life. He is a friend that will stick closer than a brother. You can trust Him. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and be kind to each other.